Welcome back, students. I hope you are enjoying your holidays. Okay, now take out your pen, your rough books, and be ready. Okay, we will learn something today. Okay, first I will tell you one small incident. Okay, it is about a boy who studies in class 5th. He is getting ready to go to school and he is waiting for his friend at the bus stop for his school bus, okay, with his mom, his mother is also there. And as he is waiting there, he hears some conversation which is going on between two persons who are standing besides him. So he just feels like it comes on he happens to hear it, and this is what he heard. Okay, one person is telling something to another person. So I will show you what the conversation was all about. Now one person just told the other person, "Weather better today than much is yesterday the." Again I repeat, weather better today than much is yesterday the. Now the other person, he did not understand anything. So he said, "What? Can you repeat it please?" So the other person again said, "The weather better is yesterday than much today." So again that his friend was confused. He said, "I did not understand what it is all about. What are you saying?" So again this friend, scratching his head, he made an attempt to say, "Much yesterday, today, whether the is then." Now the friend was getting very impatient and he was like very confused. What is this person talking all about? So now then this person, he understood that he is not making the correct statement. So the next statement he made was, "The weather today is much better than yesterday." Then that friend got it. And then there was a smile. Yes, he agreed. He understood what was the sentence all about. They were talking about weather, that today it is much more pleasant and yesterday it was very hot. So they were talking, his friend was trying to tell him that the weather today is much better than yesterday. And why children, why they did not understand, why that man did not understand earlier when he made that statement? Because the words were all mismatched and it was not properly placed. Okay, so that is why even I did not understand, and I am sure you also must have not understood. But the last sentence, "The weather today is much better than yesterday," by that statement, that sentence, you understood what the person was talking about and what the sentence meant by. So today children, we are going to do a lesson in active English. Okay, lesson number 2. So I will show you something on the screen now. Okay, now this is a small paragraph, a small passage you can say. I will read out to you, and children, please listen to it carefully. Okay, the title is Building a Snowman. How are you? Have you ever built a snowman? I am Cade and I love building snowmen. I get super excited when the snow starts falling. I wait until the yard is covered in snow, and then I run outside to make a big snowman. The first thing I do is roll a huge snowball for the bottom of the snowman. Next, I roll another snowball that is a little bit smaller than the bottom one. My brother usually helps me pick up the second snowball and we place it on top of the bottom snowball. The last snowball that I roll is the smallest. This one is for the head and I can pick it up myself. Finally, I give my snowman a face, arms, buttons, earmuffs and a scarf. He looks pretty awesome. You can see in that picture, you can see the picture of a snowman, what that Cade has made. So children, again I'm going to read out this this passage. Please do listen to it carefully once again to those who have not paid attention. Building a snowman. We are talking about a snowman here. Have you ever built a snowman? I am Cade and I love building snowmen. I get super excited when the snow starts falling. I wait until the yard is covered in snow and then I run outside to make a big snowman. The first thing I do is to roll a huge snowball for the bottom of the snowman. Next, I roll another snowball that is a little bit smaller than the bottom one. My brother usually helps me pick up the second snowball and we place it on top of the bottom snowball. The last snowball that I roll is the smallest. This one is for the head. I can pick it up myself. Finally, I give my snowman a face, arms, buttons, earmuffs and a scarf. He looks pretty awesome. Now children, I read this passage. It is about Cade and how she loves to make a snowman when it starts snowing in her backyard. Okay, so now let us see whether we are able to answer the question. Some simple questions are also given there down. Now let us see, check out. I will help you. Just have a look at the questions beneath. How many snowballs does Cade roll? Now again look at the passage. See, you go to the sentence number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the fifth line. The first thing I do is roll a huge snowball. Okay, first snowball for the bottom of the snowman. Next I roll another snowball that is a little bit smaller, that is 2. Then the bottom one. My brother usually helps me pick the second snowball and we place it on the top of the ball. The last snowball that I roll is the smallest. That means Cade, how many snowballs does Cade roll? She spoke about 3 snowballs in the passage. So now the answer for that first question is, how many snowballs does Cade roll? The answer is option B, 3. Do you get it, students? The option is B, 3. Okay, option B, 3. Now let us go to the next question, children. The smallest snowball is for the bottom, the head and the middle. Now let us check out for that portion of the answer. I will give you a hint. Just have a look at the passage and you go to the 8th line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. My brother usually helps me pick up the second snowball and we place it on the top of the bottom of the snowball. The last snowball that I roll is the smallest. This one is for the head. So did you get the answer there? The smallest snowball which his brother helps him was the smallest, and he uses it for the head. So the option will be B option, the head. Did you get it, students? The smallest snowball is for the head. Now let us go to the next question. Question number 3. Just see on your screen. When does Cade go outside to start building a snowman? Again I repeat, when does Cade go outside to start building a snowman? This is a third question. We will look into the passage again. Right, start from the beginning. Have you ever built a snowman? I am Cade and I love building snowmen. I got super excited when the snow starts falling. I wait until the yard is covered in snow. Now there is some hint given. When does Cade goes outside to start building a snowman? When does she go? When does she go, children? Cade goes outside to start building a snowman when the yard is, when the yard is covered in snow. I repeat, you have to write whenever such type of questions are given in the passage, you are supposed to write in full sentences. Whenever Cade goes outside to start building a snowman, when does she go? Look at the third line. When the yard is covered in snow. So I repeat the answer. Cade goes outside to start building a snowman when the yard is covered in snow. Okay. Now we go to the fourth question. What is the fourth question here? Who helps Cade pick up a second snowball? Who helps Cade? Now this was very familiar. This sentence was very familiar. Actually we were talking only about Cade, but only one person is helping Cade in the full entire passage, and that is, look at that line. My brother usually helps me pick up the second snowball. The answer is there as it is. So who helps pick up the second snowball? Cade's brother helps Cade to pick up the second snowball. How will you write the answer? Cade's brother helps him to pick up the second snowball. So did you see the passage? It was very simple passage, and the questions also you were very easily able to find the answers and frame the answers. Why? Because you understood the language of the paragraph, of the passage. The words were not like the first sentence where that person had said all. The words were in proper order and it had made sense. There was a meaning. You understood the passage because the sentences were framed correctly. That is why you were able to understand the passage and you were also able to answer the questions. Okay, so now we will do some exercises in our today's lesson. So we will go to Active English. This is chapter 2. Okay. Now just read the questions main question given on your screen, children. Just read the question. Choose the answer which makes a sentence with the same meaning. Choose the answer which makes a sentence with the same meaning. That means we will see in the next page. Just have a look. When I switched on the television, the program had started. This is the sentence. Okay, this is the sentence. Okay, students, now look at the sentence given on your screen. When I switched on the television, the program had started. The program started dash. I switched on the television. Now the options given. Okay, just check out the options. A, before. B, after. C, when. D, until. E, as. Now you have to find out which will be the likely answer suitable in that blank, in that sentence. Program started. What was the first line given? Just see. Again read it. When I switched on the television, the program had already started. So now the statement given is program started. It should be option A, before. Before I switched on the television. Okay, before I switched on the television. The program started before I switched on the television. Now, we will go to the next. Now, look at the next sentence. After she had bought the fruit, comma, there is a pause. After she had bought the fruit, she went home. She did not go home dash the fruit. Now we have to fill in the correct words. Option A, after she bought. Option B, after she had bought. C, when she had bought. D, until she had bought. E, until she has bought. I repeat the options. She did not go home dash the fruit. Okay. A, after she bought. After she had bought. Next, when she had bought. D, until she had bought. E, until she has bought. So the correct option accordingly should be she did not go home. Look at the D option. Until she had brought. The D option. Until she had bought the fruit. She did not go home until she had bought the fruit. Did you get it, students? Okay. Now we will go to the next one. He did not cross the road until the light had turned green. This is the sentence given. Based on this sentence, we have to fill in the correct words. He did not cross the road until the light had turned green. Means he waited till the light turned green, then only he crossed the road. That is the meaning of that sentence. So now let us see how it has to be written. He crossed the road dash the light had turned green. Look at the options. A, before. Next, after. C, during. D, until. E, then. So accordingly, he crossed the road. What should be the correct answer, children? After the light had turned green. So that is option B. After the light had turned green. He crossed the road after the light had turned green. Okay. Now we will go to the next sentence. Just pay attention. Mrs. Rao tried to stop Prem from crossing the road, but she was too late. Now this is a sentence. Mrs. Rao tried to stop Prem from crossing the road, but she was too late. Means before she could catch hold of him, he had already crossed the road. That is the meaning of that sentence. Mrs. Rao tried to stop Prem from crossing the road, but she was too late. Now based on this sentence, let us see which is a suitable option that will fit in this blank. The sentence is Prem had crossed the road dash. The options given are A. When his mother stopped him, before his mother stopped him, C. After his mother had stopped him, D. Before his mother could stop him, E. Then his mother had stopped him. So according to the sentence given, the correct option should be option D. Before his mother could stop him. Option D. Before his mother could stop him. Now, can we go to the next sentence now? Have a look at the screen, children. Pay attention. They did not leave the cinema before the film ended. Means they were watching the cinema, but before the cinema ended, they did not leave the cinema hall. They did not leave the cinema before the film ended. That is the meaning of that sentence. Now let us see what we are supposed to do. They left the cinema dash. The options given are first one, when the film was ending, after the film had ended, until the film ended, D. Before the film ended. So what is the correct option, children? And one more option is there, as the film was ending. See, I explained to you the meaning. They did not leave the cinema hall before the film ended. That means the correct option should be after the film had ended. They left the cinema after the film had ended. That is option B. Option B, they left the cinema after the film had ended. Are you getting it, students? Can we go to the next sentence? Okay. Now we will go to the next exercise. The question on your screen given is, again you have to choose the best answer. Again, this is a multiple choice answer. There will be multiple answers. From there you have to choose the correct answers. Now, 1. Dash he had read the book. Dash he had read the book. He gave it to his sister. I repeat, first one, dash he had read the book. He gave it to his sister. Now look at the options. A, then. B, until. C, while. D, after. E, for. Okay. So what should be the correct option? Dash he had read the book, he gave it to his sister. So the correct option should be, you're right, it should be D. After he had read the book, he gave it to his sister. I repeat, students, after he had read the book, he gave it to his sister. Okay. Can we move to the next one? Now, students, we will go to the next sentence. Just look at the screen. She threw away the letter after she dashed it. I repeat, she threw away the letter after she dashed it. Options, just look at the options. A, reading. B, was reading. C, had read. D, did read. E, is reading. Again, look at the options correctly, students. Now, look at the options. A, reading. B, was reading. C, had read. D, did read. E, is reading. Now, the correct option should be, she threw away the letter after she had read it. The option C. The correct option will be C. Option C. She threw away the letter after she had read it. Now, although it was summer, dash. A, but it was a cold day. B, so it was a cold day. C, and it was a cold day. D, it was a cold day. E, that it was a cold day. Now you should understand what sentence will fit correctly there. Although it was summer, in summer season normally it has to be hot. But here, although it was summer, it was a cold day. That is option D, it was a cold day. Although it was summer, it was a cold day. Option D is the correct answer suitable for that sentence. Now we go to the next, children. Now, look at your screen. She asked them. Now she asked them what dash. Just listen to the options correctly. A, they were doing. Were they doing? They are doing. Did they do? She asked them what. Again I read the options. They were doing. Were they doing? They are doing. Or are they doing? Or did they do? Okay. So the correct option according to that sentence, she asked them what they were doing. That is option A. She asked them what they were doing. Again I repeat, she asked them what they were doing. Option A. Can we go to the next, students? Next. Look at the sentence, children. Look at the sentence. She asked them what dash. She asked them what dash. A, did they want? B did they did want. C they do want. D do they want. E they wanted. She asked them. The correct option should be, according to the sentence, she asked them what they wanted. That is option E, what they wanted. I repeat, she asked them what they wanted. Clear, children? Students, are you writing it? Okay. Now we will go to the next sentence. Yes. I wish you dash tell me the answer to this question. I repeat, I wish you dash tell me the answer to this question. It's very simple. A will, B would, C can, D may, E might. The correct option should be option B. I wish you would tell me the answer to this question. I wish you would tell me the answer to this question. Okay? Now we go to the next one. He would not give her the oranges until she dash for them. Until she dash for them. Options are A, has paid, B, had paid, C, will pay, D, did pay, E, can pay. According to the sentence, he would not give her the oranges until she had paid. B, option B, she had paid for them. So option B, she had paid for them. Again I repeat, he would not give her the oranges until she had paid for them. Have you completed? Have you completed, students? Okay. So students, today in Active English we started with I gave you some of these words, scrambled words. You remember the two conversation I had mentioned, and why you were not able to first understand that the friend was not able to understand what that man was saying, and when he spoke it and when he framed the sentence correctly, how they understood. We did that unscrambled sentences, we arranged it properly, and then it made a sense, and so we were able to understand. We saw that. After that we saw a passage, we understood the passage, we solved the questions given in that. Easily we could understand because the passage, the language used in the passage was very simple and sensible words were there. Sentences were framed correctly, so you were able to understand the meaning of the sentences. Okay, then we did the exercises, chapter 2. We were able to pick the correct words to be suitable for that particular sentence, and it was pretty easy for us. So this was all about chapter 2 in Active English. And all this we are able to build our vocabulary by only making use of more and more words. And the only way is you should read whatever material you get, like at home. Whenever you get, your parents bring for you books, you are supposed to read books, you are supposed to read story books. Then only you will be able to frame good sentences, your language will improve. I always say that, earlier also had told, you should keep on reading books. I hope you enjoyed today's session, and we will meet again in the next class. So till then, have a nice day.